So we're back in Baldur's Gate, back on the beach. We've got a couple things to take care of today. The biggest goal for today's episode is to unlock Withers. We can do so by getting to the end of a nearby dungeon. If you don't know who Withers is, he's an undead god, I guess, who, once spoken to for the first time, will stay at our camp indefinitely and allow us to respec and change skills, classes, for all of our playable characters. Honestly, it's more important for characters like Shadowheart and Lae'zel, who have kind of bad abilities. Maybe not really bad, but tweakable. Now, taking the scale a little bit smaller than Withers, for some more short-term goals, we have unlock the 4 immediate playable characters that we can add to our party: Shadowheart, Astarion, Gale, Lae'zel. So we should end today's episode with 4 characters in our party. And speaking of adding characters to our party, let's have a little chat with Shadowheart, who's just chilling, napping on the beach. No pillow or nothing. Definitely not going to reach for her artifact. I'm not going to be a dickhead to her right away.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
I'm actually not sure about that. We did get hit with some sort of spell that stopped us from falling.
Remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Did you get hit in the head with a rock on your way out too?
First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer.
Well, you are my healer, so...
Monsters in our heads.
Oh, that's right. Forget about that. Right. Just bye. See ya. That'd be stupid.
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to...
I want to thank you for freeing me and not listening to that gith bitch.
I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Sounds good. I will do so after we level up to level 2. Paladin level 2, health increase from 12 to 20. We unlock a level 1 spell slot, as well as Divine Smite. And I think we have, what? I think we have like 5 spells we can prepare. We also get to choose our fighting style, so let's do that. And because I'm a Paladin, because I have things like Divine Smite, because I have things like Wrathful Smite, Thunderous Smite, Searing Smite, these all add extra dice to damage rolls, which makes the fighting style of great weapon fighting really appealing. I'll go through each of them, but defense, we gain a +1 bonus to our AC while wearing armor. This one's like secondary. This is one like, this is my fallback. This one's great because it's more defense. We're gonna get hit less often. It's great. We also have dueling, which when you are wielding a melee weapon that is not two-handed or versatile in one hand and no weapon in the other, you will deal an additional 2 damage with that weapon. So basically, if you have a one-handed weapon that's not versatile and you have a shield, you get the benefit of the shield without losing any damage on your main hand. So that one's actually pretty good too. I used that for a lot of my first playthrough before switching over to defense. Now we have great weapon fighting. This is the one I am pretty dead set on selecting, just because Baldur's Gate 3 supposedly works different in terms of great weapon fighting than D&D 5e. In D&D 5e, I believe it's only the damage roll of the weapon that gets affected by this, but in Baldur's Gate 3, and it is kind of rumored, I don't know if it's true or not yet, we'll have to test it and look at the combat log, that any dice that contributes to damage done with a two-handed weapon and it lands on a 1 or 2 gets re-rolled. Since we're going to be having a bunch of smite spells, these all add extra dice to damage rolls. Like even Divine Smite. Divine Smite's great. It's automatic plus 2d8 radiant damage, and then if they're a fiend or undead, they get an additional 1d8. If I'm understanding that correctly, that's 3 d8s that get added to my 2d6 plus 3 plus the 1d4 fire damage. So that's 5 dice right there. If any of those land on a 1 or a 2, they get re-rolled and have the potential to do more damage. And I've kind of did the math. With Divine Smite, I believe, with the Everburn Blade, it averages out to be a plus 4.2 damage or 3.25 damage per attack. So it's pretty good. That's what I'm banking on right there. Protection, I don't even want to talk about it, right? When you have a shield, impose disadvantage on an attack against your allies when you're within 1.5 meters. You must be able to see the attacker. How often am I going to be within 1.5 meters of my team? How often am I going to remember to do that? Never. All of these, defense and great weapon fighting are great because they're completely, I don't have to think about them. I could be so fucking stupid and still they can just do their thing. I don't have to think about doing anything extra. They just work. I would like great weapon fighting for the DPS. Defense is also really good for obviously defense, but I really want to try out great weapon fighting, especially with the Paladin smite spells. Now, speaking of Paladin smite spells, let's kind of reorganize these a little bit. We need to think about this somewhat. So first up, I'm going to add Divine Favor. It's very similar to Inquisitor's Might, except I don't think that Divine Favor can daze, but it just adds more weapon damage, which is awesome. It adds another dice. It's a concentrate spell, bonus action, last 3 turns. I think it's great. I would like to keep all the smites as well. Bless is out of the question because Shadowheart's going to be taking care of that. And when she's able to cast it at higher levels, she'll be able to apply it to the entire party. So I am not worried about having 2 characters. I'm not worried about having 2 characters having Bless. So maybe I'll add Command because that can actually be useful for 2 people to have. And I could possibly take it off of Shadowheart's prepared spells. Thunderous Smite is awesome because it pushes 3 meters away and possibly knocks an opponent prone. I think what I'll do is I'll add Protection from Good and Evil just because I know it's going to be useful in the upcoming fight for this episode. And then I'll add Thunderous Smite and Wraithful Smite just because of their status effect changes like Prone and Frightened. And I think we should be good with that. Now for Shadowheart, this is all temporary. Everything that we do from here on out for her is temporary until we get to Withers. The reason for that is she has a 13 strength, 13 dex, and 17 wisdom. So she has 3 odd number abilities. 13's not doing anything more than 12, and 17's not doing anything more than 16. So there's 3 points that are just kind of on the table and can be put somewhere else. So everything she gets now is very temporary, so all we need to do is prepare her spells. We don't need Command because we already have it with Mist. We'll keep on Blessed. Probably take off Cure Wounds. Bane is nice, but I prefer Bless, and since I can only do one or the other in terms of concentration, I think I'd rather stick with Bless. Considering the upcoming fight, we will go with Protection from Good and Evil, just like Mist, since it can only be applied to one character at a time. They can both apply it. Might be useful if somehow she breaks concentration on Bless. And you know what? I'm gonna go with Command again. I'm gonna go with Command again. We'll have 2 characters with Command as well, and then we'll go with the 2 damage spells, Guiding Bolt, and Inflict Wounds. Again, this is all temporary for Shadowheart. This is all going to change probably next episode. Now that level up is taken care of, we can stroll along the beach and pick up everything that we find. Probably keep this footage to a minimum. Coming up to the Nautiloid wreck, we'll notice some Intellect devourers up in here. They'll notice us and run away, but they're not actually going to do anything, and we don't enter combat just yet. So it's actually a good thing that they run away towards this area because I'd rather fight them over here than over here. But just pointing out that we don't need to fight them just yet. Apparently, if we jump up here, there's a couple cool things. There's some balsam, and then over here, there's another one of those cartilaginous chests with a few goodies in it. Elixir of fire resistance. That might be useful.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement nearby.
Yeah, there is a settlement. It's called fucking Baldur's Gate, dude. You're from there, apparently. Okay, so coming up on the last little bit of looting, we have this ancient door here. This is where Withers is. This is like a big old dungeon. We'll go in there in a little bit. Probably not through this door, but once we get a full party of 4, we'll probably go ahead and tackle that. Do you see this ancient sigil circle? Basically, the way that this works is it's a fast travel point. That's all it is. And we don't have to be at one to fast travel, so it is very nice. We can just open up the map and select where we want to go once we find them. Okay, so now that all the looting is taken care of on the Ravaged Beach, I want to turn my attention back towards unlocking more party characters. The only thing that stands in our way right now is this small party of Intellect devourers. So we will be getting our first combat of the episode, and the first thing that we're going to do is put both of these guys, both of our party members, into hiding so that we can get a sneak attack on them, get a surprise round, and then Shadowheart is going to cast Bless on both of us and go back into hiding because I always forget that it takes her out of hiding, and then she's going to move up. Let's split them up just real quick, and then as soon as this guy right here, this moving Intellect Devourer, is close enough to this Nautiloid tank to possibly take some damage, I'm going to enter turn-based mode, and I'm going to move Mist up here as well so that he enters combat at the same time as her. Now, Shadowheart Shadowheart's turn is very important. She's going to be the one doing most of the damage here. Now, realistically, she could just do a firebolt here at the Nautiloid tank and it should be fine. But what I'm going to do instead is actually dip her bow so that if they don't die from the explosion and they do come and attack us, she can actually deal a little bit more damage. So let's go ahead and quick save before we start combat and start things off with a bang. Nice, that's 2 down. Yep, synaptic discharge, kind of knew that was going to happen. Damn, she lost concentration on bless. That's not amazing. It's also why we need to respec her, because I'm pretty sure, what is it? 14? Yeah, that could probably be a 16. That's honestly pretty much all I want her to do on her turn. I don't really need her to do much else. You know what I can do? Let's get her up to maybe a little bit higher ground, just like Star Wars. For Mist, his turn's going to be real easy. I don't have enough movement straight up just to hit him. All right. Okay, so we're going to jump to him. This is our only combat for a little bit, so maybe I'll use command. And I am going to have him grovel. I wonder if this works. Saved on it. Damn. Didn't think about it. That was an action. Idiot. All right. Well, that wasn't the smartest play. I don't know why I thought it was. I thought I was gonna still be able to attack him. That was stupid. All right, whatever. 85%. Probably gonna be able to do the most damage. 3 to 13. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just take one more turn. I lost like what? 4 health. It's fine. He's got a +2 from dexterity to his armor class. So let's use the pommel strike to daze him, and then we'll just use a regular main hand, and that should be plenty to take care of him. Let's take a quick short rest. I need to remember to rest more often than I realize. I do forget to do that quite a bit. Not the greatest loot in the world, but the cartilaginous chest. Don't know how I missed this on the Nautiloid. It's full of basic poison. I'll probably give that to Shadowheart for now because I can't use it. I can't coat my weapons, or I can't coat my Everburn blade in anything because it's on fire. So I'll just give that to Shadowheart, and she might be able to do something with it. Dead Mind Flayer, we get a speed potion. These are great. They give us a +2 to the armor class, advantage on dexterity saving throws, and double your movement speed. Oh, and I forget an extra action. The first part of that sentence. Yeah, that's the biggest part of it. You get a whole extra action, which means either a whole extra attack, extra spell, all that good stuff. So just some more looting over here. I'm wondering if... How many lockpick things do I have? I got 2 thieves tools. I don't have really good dexterity. Maybe I'll wait, since this chest is locked, maybe I'll wait to get Astarion because he's close by and he has much better dexterity than I do, just to make sure we get all the loot in the game. I don't know, it's just completionist stuff. We'll come back to this area just in a little bit. Let's meet Astarion first.
Hurry, I've got one of those brain things cornered.
They have names and they're called Intellect devourers.
In the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
I mean, yeah, but I also did befriend one, so... In fact, I don't think we actually killed one at all. We just kind of hung out with us the whole time.
There. Can you see it?
Just a dumb boar. You're relieved. Until you see the flash of a dagger.
Don't we? I saw you on the ship. Free. Scuttling about.
After the ship was attacked. What? The ship was like destroyed, and then yeah, now I'm running around. I'm not just hanging out with fucking tentacle faces.
Dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Parasite, my dog.
The worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
I think this is my favorite part about playing a paladin, is that I actually get to do the good choices and it makes sense. Hey, Shadowheart approves. Oh, I need to look up an approval chart.
My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
I guess I am a Baldurian.
Is that so? We clearly move in different circles.
I also let's get back to the point here.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Hey, travel with me, buddy, old pal.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right, I accept. Lead on.
Hey, and Astarion is in the party, and he's got a level up. Let's make sure that he has a decent weapon. He's got a knife. Let's give him that rapier that we just found. Right, yeah. That'll just increase his damage output by +4 to his maximum hit. Oh, right, the whole thing we were going to do. So let's take Astarion, and let's go unlock this chest really quick. Yeah, so he has a lot of bonuses. I am going to add the bonus of guidance because she's not concentrating on anything, so she'll be fine. But we have a total bonus off the bat of 8 to 11 with Astarion, which also means that unless we roll a 1, we can't fail it, and we rolled a fucking 1. I should have kept my fat mouth fucking shut. Should have kept it shut. We'll try again. We have another kit. Luckily, it's not like super critical. So a 28. Amazing. We're not going to get any better loot, but a leather helmet and some gold. And I do wonder who would it benefit the most to have that leather helmet. I'm gonna say dexterity saving throws. Does that count towards pickpocketing? Because if so, then absolutely, let's put it on him. We'll definitely not show it though, because it looks horrible. +6 to saving throws. I wonder if that does affect like sleight of hand and pickpocket rolls. I'm assuming it does. Let's go ahead with his level up as well. Even he has 3 skills that just, again, he has 3 points that just can be better used elsewhere. So rogue level 2, I think the plan is to take Astarion from level 1 to level 4 as a rogue, and then at level 5 switch to a multi-class into a ranger. But for now we'll just keep him as a rogue, and we don't need to do anything. He just gains some cunning actions, which are actions that we can take as bonus actions. Now let's double back to this area over here. Oh, frightened boar, huh? Can I do anything with this? Hold on. Let's I've never encountered this before. Let's try it. Okay, didn't do shit. And that is both of my spell slots, so we need a long rest before we go fight withers. Can I talk to him? Is he gonna be nice to me? Oh, he's cute. Alright, well, I don't want to kill him now. My wisdom is I should probably have Shadow Harbor doing this, but fuck it, I'll add guidance at least. Me too. There we go. Hey, an 11. Not bad.
The boar grunts and eyes you warily with its beady eyes.
I'm guessing I get approval from Astarion if I attack it.
The boar shuffles its trotters, unsure.
Shuffles its trotters? I'm fine with that. I don't want to fight it if I don't have to. It was cute. It made that little noise.
I'll take that.
Yes, I will. And taking some other stuff, there's a little hidden secret right over here.
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
Thank you, Shadowheart. Get that shit out of the way, and we got an ornate chest. Harper's map. Let's read that, because I believe that adds a waypoint to our map here. Hidden cache, yes. All right, sweet. I know I found that letter, or that map, but I don't know that I've ever found the cache for it, so. 2 speed potions, didn't even see that. 18 gold, not bad. We'll pick up the ornate chest, just see how much it's worth. It's probably worth 1. Yeah, and it's heavy too, so I'm good on that. So we can do a couple things here. We can either go straight to Gale and add him to the party, or we can visit this trapped mind flayer over here and get a little bit of XP.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you.
This one specifically?
Its life here and now. If only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. Yes, you feel hate. And you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it.
By the way, this scene can go real fucking weird.
The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. The monster lies exhausted, defeated.
I'm pretty sure, like, if you fuck this up, you can, like, lean in to kiss it.
Malice.
But we're gonna kill it to get some XP and not have my character die. 35 XP, nice. How much do we need to get to level 3? Not that much. Not that much. We might be level 3 by the end of today's episode.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Sure.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Believe what? I'm pretty sure they'll believe it because the entirety of your home just got fucking destroyed by this thing.
What's going on with that rope? Looks unstable somehow.
So, ancient sigil circle. There may be somebody trapped inside.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone? That's it! Go on! Keep pulling!
There he is. There's Gale.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this. A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He's so handsome.
Say, but
Yeah, he's so dreamy.
in a manner of speaking, you were on the Nautiloid as well.
Yeah, how did you already get trapped inside of something when you were also on the just crashed Nautiloid? Like, how did you get in that rock?
And I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them. And it looks like we're both starved for answers. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together? Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
I love Gale's writing. It's so good. Wizard, level 2, chosen subclass, evocation, health increase from 8 to 14, get another level 1 spell slot, and then I'll be honest, I don't really know what this means. Do I unlock anything different if I choose a different one? I don't really know what to do with Gale. Because, I mean, again, it's going to be it's all temporary. Everything is all temporary. So let's just keep evocation. This is also kind of why I've never played with Gale before. But I plan on using him in the party, so I kind of need to figure some of this stuff out. I think let's go with Chromatic Orb, definitely. Just because it's a really powerful spell that could deal damage. And then, honestly, I'm thinking Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I don't want to do Longstrider because we can use hirelings to do that. But we'll do Tasha's Hideous Laughter to force characters to go prone. Mage Armor Knight might not be bad because I don't believe Gale wears armor, technically. I don't even think it's light armor. I think it's just robes. Witch Bolt might be nice. I should have maybe thought about that when I was doing Shadow Hearts, because then she has that create water spell if I would have chose that, but I did not. I guess I could just prepare it whenever. Let's do Sleep, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Witch Bolt, and Chromatic Orb, and then accept. He is not technically wearing armor because it's 10 armor class, so I wonder if target can't be wearing armor. Okay, until long rest, so let's just use mage armor. Okay, so now that we have all of our party full, we're going to do just a couple more things. Let's head back west a little bit, jump over this fire. We're going after an item. That item is a shovel. I believe this is the first place we can encounter it. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know there is one up here. So pick up the shovel.
I hear shouting up ahead.
Dig a dirt mound.
We should check it out.
And we're going to ignore... Yep, no, we're going to ignore the shouting, so don't tell me to do that. Nice, silver chalice, 35 gold. Not bad. Okay. And then let's grab Lae'zel. And she will be the last character that we grab before we start going after withers.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
Damn, dude.
Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
So, this is actually kind of important that I completely failed to mention. When I was talking about the possibility of becoming an Oathbreaker build, I think I'm going to wait until Act 2. This would be the first opportunity in which I could make that happen. I could kill the 2 tieflings and basically break my oath and get a visit from the Oathbreaker knight or whatever he is, and then all of my abilities would change, or all my, like, spells and stuff would change. But I'm going to go ahead and not do that until we get to Act 2. That's when some of those spells become quite a bit more useful. Okay, so we're going to use Paladin Deception and just basically tell them that we'll take care of them, or we'll take care of Lae'zel. Basically, we'll kill her, but we're not going to. Hidden 11, nice.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast. You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
I mean, do I really need to persuade him? I actually need healing. I mean, I can't really fail, so might as well.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your
Right.
wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
I want to see what happens when I do this. Shadowheart's gotta approve, right?
Never.
Yeah, yes, he does. All right, let's actually get her down now. Do I have to? What do I have to do here? What am I doing? Oh, okay. I'm literally just shooting the base. I'm pretty sure last time I got her down with dialogue, but there we go. Sweet. All right, let's talk to her for real this time.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes.
I really feel like if someone took the tiniest little bite out of my brain, I'd be done for.
I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness.
All right, Shadowheart, dude. She's fine.
You're full up. Dismiss someone first.
Okay, I just want to make sure that she's going to actually join our party, but she's going to wait at camp.
Very well. But heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
She's scary. Okay, I need to give these guys some ranged weapons here because I have forgotten to do that. I don't know that he has a choice. Let's give him... Oh, yeah, he's got some great range. Definitely give him a light crossbow. Does Gale have anything? Does he need anything? 2 to 7. He can't even use one, so let's just not give him one. He's got spells. He'll be fine. All right, so now that we have all of our playable characters taken care of, let's go ahead and start tackling the overgrown ruins to potentially to unlock withers.
Not another step, hear me? Boss! Got company up here!
Not gonna lie, dog, you look like shit.
What's this then? Trying to creep around us and loot the crypt? Not happening.
He said like half of that word.
The ship you're after. Don't matter either way. It's ours. All of it.
You're a little late, dude, if you're trying to get to the ship. We just came from there. Yeah, we'll go with persuasion, sure.
Well,
Yep, immediately fucking stupefied.
killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the cheese, no?
Nobody's getting any damn cheese. Now move it.
You're more cunning than you look. I thought we had a fight on our hands.
Nope, just free XP. Which honestly, yeah, we're almost level 3 already. That's crazy.
That's curious.
Ooh, spell scrolls. Oh, you know what? I forget I can give all these to Gale and he can learn them permanently. Damn it. All right, well, all these are going to Gale then. Learn spell 50 gold. Okay, so I've got 5 spells, right? If I try to learn Featherfall, which I might as well do right now, I'm assuming I won't lose it later. Let's learn the spell, and he now has Featherfall. However, it needs to be prepared, and it is not. Okay, well, I mean, probably should have done that with a less important spell, but, you know, it's fine. Not a big deal at all. Let's go down this little trail, because I believe there are some alchemy supplies and another dirt mound to dig up. Potion of animal speaking, that would have been nice a little while ago when we talked to that boar. I will hold on to that, though. I didn't really think about this, but we can get to Withers right now. We don't need to... There's a whole, like, dungeon and some fighting of those same looters that were up here. But now thinking about it, we don't even really need to do that because we can go just straight to the fight to unlock Withers. Let's just do that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's grab Astarion and use a lockpick on this, please. Oh, it's a difficulty class of 20. I should have saved beforehand. I didn't. But I still got it anyway. 22. 10 XP. We don't need to really worry about anything yet because all of these scribes, entomb scribes, are dormant until we try to get into Withers' chambers. We can loot them, we just can't, like, attempt to kill him, or then they will try some shit. Go around, loot him, see if there's anything good. What I might do is I'm gonna definitely light this brazier. That way we have more fire just around the map. That way if anybody needs to dip, they can dip. Ooh, I forget where this door leads. I think there's an important book in there. Let's try to, before we do this fight, let's try to go through this door here. Because I think there's an important book in this room. Yeah, Book of Dead Gods.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
I think all of these work, to be honest. Difficulty class 15.
The impact reverberates through your body as if you just slammed a hammer into solid adamantine. The lock doesn't budge.
Okay, hold on. I think what I can do is straight up just lockpick it from the inventory, and the DC's a lot easier. But I only have one set of thieves tools, so this can either work or not work once. All right, it worked. Cool. Rate of enfeeblement. That'll also go to Gale. I think there was something about inspiration. Interesting. I think that's an inspiration event if I were to channel divinity it. Might go back and redo that, to be honest. Yeah, I should go back and do that, because there's like 3 inspiration events that happen because of that. There'd be one for me, because I'm an acolyte. There'd be one for Shadowheart, because she's an acolyte. And Gale is a sage. Let's get out of here, and we're going to try and read it again.
The book remains stubbornly shut.
We're going to use this one, right? Because I don't think I don't have any bonus from the Arcana roll. Oh, and it's easier. I should have just done that to begin with. Nice. 21.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what?
This is important that we succeed on this. And we do. 12.
Gods. These are the
Shadowheart approves.
once lost but now restored after the second sundering. The last 3 names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scroll as to be unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
Hey, there we go. All right, hey, Sage, Secrets of Sundering for Gale. Gale is inspired. 1 inspiration gain, plus 25 XP. And then we should get also the other 2 for the Acolytes as well. Divinity Undone, 1 inspiration gain, 25 XP. Same thing for Shadowheart. And we unlock the Ray of Enfeeblement once again. Let's send that back to Gale. Ooh, heavy chest. I forget what's in here. Nothing. All right. Sarcophagus. Okay, soul coin. We can use that for Karlak later. And a studded shield. I think the Gale can use a shield. What does that do to his mage armor? Interesting. Okay. It says he can't be wearing armor. I guess a shield doesn't technically count as armor? Yeah, basically. He went from 11 AC to 16. Sweet.
Jurgle, the scribe of the dead. This chapel must be ancient.
One last guy to loot. Okay, so we can do a couple things here. We can either go over here, open this button, and start the fight from there, or we can set all of our guys up all nice and neat, then start the fight by just attacking one of them. But one thing that I do need to do before we start this fight is go ahead and do a long rest. I don't have any divine smites, and that will become very useful during this fight. I guess Lae'zel's the only one that wants to talk to us right now, so let's talk to her.
A monster forms inside us, and you think to be idle. I knew your kind to be fragile, but I didn't foresee the severity. Be quick about your rest. We must locate a creche.
That's one of the things that kind of like stopped me from doing long rests and short rests and all that. Well, mostly long rest, is because I thought it was actually important that we needed to do this quickly because I'm an idiot. But we can take as long as we need to get to her creche or whatever. So you're going to cooperate and deal with the long rest and get your spell slots back, Lae'zel. How about that?
A thick-headed notion in a complex circumstance. Do you suppose the parasites inside us dare to rest? That the Gale do not still pursue us with each peal of the bell?
I was about to say, that sounds like a slur every time she says it, but it kind of is.
Single tentacle split your skull. I will not hesitate to end you.
Ah, okay, now Shadowheart's gonna be mad that we were talking to her.
What were you two talking about? I see. I'd be careful with Lae'zel.
No, yeah, you made that clear.
She's not of this world. I'd be surprised if our interests remained aligned. Let's hope we rapidly find a healer. You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that.
I mean, that's basically what I was just talking about with Lae'zel anyway, so.
Good. We might even get lucky and find one right away. As I see it, we're overdue some good fortune. Rest well.
Anybody else? Astarion? No? Gale? No? Alright. Fuck it, let's go to bed. And there's my 2 spell slots back. Nobody wants to talk still? Alright. Okay, so just based off health alone, I believe there's 5 scribes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what I want to have happen is I would like Shadowheart. We're going to split everybody up real quick. I want her to utilize Turn Undead because it's just obvious in this situation. So that'll have at least effect on 2 of them. But if I'm like here, it is slightly outside the range. Okay, what's her AC? Because it might be kind of important to keep her close by. She has just as much AC as anybody else. She actually has, her and Gale have the highest, which is wild. Okay, I'm just going to kind of sit between this one and this one. Maybe, even that might be too far. Yeah, let's sit between these 2 then. I might start her by the brazier. They are vulnerable to bludgeoning. Okay, so she needs to use melee this fight as much as possible, because she'll get double the damage. Astarion, you're kind of screwed, because I don't know that you can have any melee. Yeah, I think it'd probably be best if he just kept with what he was doing, because he's probably not going to be able to use a warhammer. So he'll just kind of do his thing the way he always does it. Okay, so I'm kind of stuck on what to do because I know I'm just like breaching clearing this and trying to make this round go as perfect as possible. I mean, we could do it just fine, just like hitting stuff right from the get-go, but I want to actually like prepare and plan this because this is kind of supposed to be a like precursor to honor mode, so I want to, you know, try to be perfect when it comes to fights. And honestly, I think the entombed scribes are more of a problem than the entombed warrior. And I say that because they have spells like silence, which will completely disable 2 of my characters. So I think they are top priority to be taken out, because as long as those scribes are taken out, this guy has 41 health, but I can play with him all day, right? Like I can knock him prone, I can do whatever I want once the other guys are down and dealt with. So we have 4 scribes. I think I'm going to hold off on using protection from good and evil as well, because I'd like to use both of them in Divine Smite, both of my spell slots in Divine Smite. All right, let's throw it on a cheeky quick save, and we'll enter turn-based mode. And we'll have everybody go stealth. Probably need to have everybody be grouped up. The only person that needs to move after this is Mist. But just have everybody stealth up, just because if they're not seen, they'll have advantage. And then Shadowheart is going to cast Bless on 3 people. I'm gonna say Shadowheart, myself, and Astarion. Let's have Gale, and then she'll hide again and enter turn-based mode. Now I wonder. Okay, so let's have Astarion use his crossbow. We'll have him whip that out, dip it, and then he's gonna go over here, and I think actually he can use dash to get wherever he wants. Let's have him use dash, because then he can get a first sure shot on, oh, I don't know. Let's worry about this guy over here for him. Okay, I'm cool with his turn being that. Oh, I didn't think about mage armor for Gale. I didn't think about redoing that, but let's do that since it's not a concentration, and he'll have to hide again, so we'll have to give him another turn, which is fine. We have 10 turns of Bless. That's really the only thing that's counting down. I need him to be far enough away so that he can actually do damage and not be threatened, so let's move him here, and he can worry about this scribe. Now, Shadowheart, she's gonna pull out her melee weapon. We're doing bludgeoning because they are vulnerable to bludgeoning. Yeah, she's just gonna dip her weapon here. I guess she'll just have to be fine with not doing anything else. Astarion cannot use his sneak attacks on things that are inanimate, and since these are currently inanimate, he won't be able to have the first turn. So I think I will just do it on Mist, but I don't know if I should wait for this turn or next turn. I'm guessing I should do it this turn. So let's do a Divine Favor, because it'll last the longest. And I just thought about it. Probably don't want to do that, because I can use both of them in Divine Smite instead, because I had already talked about that. So what's a bonus action I can do? I can use Inquisitor's Might. Inquisitor's Might's fine, because it will not use it won't use a spell slot. I could also use Divine Sense, but I think I'd rather use Divine Sense against, once we get closer to this guy, just to keep taking him out without missing, because I'm pretty sure he has a really high defense, if I remember correctly. So let's use Inquisitor's Might, and then we will use Divine Smite, except I cannot. Let's maybe do a regular attack then? I remember waking these guys up before. All right, well, let's try to, can I throw him? Let's try to pick him up. See if that works. I can't reach it. Okay, I just can't do anything. All right, well then I guess that is a waste of Inquisitor's Might. I'm just going to try and pick one of them up. There we go. And none of them are hiding. Got it. Not bad though, because we did get very good initiative. Can I even do a sneak attack? I cannot. Okay, can I get out of view and then do a sneak attack? Yes, I can do that. So let's go here.
Let's move.
And then since I'm not in his cone of vision, I should be able to do this.
Let's have a little fun.
And then sneak attack on ranged. Yep, and a 97% or 98%. It hit a 10, very nice. Let's try to kind of get in his range. At least maybe he's threatened. I'd like for him to be threatened. He's not threatened because I'm not threatened, so.
Let's finish this.
All right, so I guess her turn's easy then. Just do a smash. I can't reach him, really? Critical miss on an 85% chance. I'm not gonna lie, that really sucks. I don't want to push him or anything because I want to keep him threatened, but I guess what I could do is dip my weapon again. Give me another turn. I'm just gonna stay right next to him just to keep him threatened. Let's use Chromatic Orb. And then I don't really think it matters. It just can't be poison, essentially. Except for the fact that Chromatic Orb Thunder does significantly more damage. So let's do that. Hit a 10, not bad at all. I am going to... Do I have any, like, melee-based spells? No, I don't. I could always do this, because it's bludgeoning. I'll just get right up next to him then, just to make him threatened. And that will be my turn. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted. I almost killed him just with the opportunity attack. Luckily, that doesn't matter, because she's not using spells. Silence me. Do it. Be an idiot. That's also fine. Yup, here it comes. That was beautiful. Alright, I didn't even have to take an action. That was sick. Can I make it over here? Yes, let's do that. So, this will be easy. Let's just do Divine Smite on this guy. Yes? Is that what I'm doing? That's all I can do. I can only do one action, so let's do that then. Let's use Divine Smite. Fucking gorgeous. Look at this. Okay, Dice rolled again. Interesting. I'm curious to see what that means. I lost Inquisitor's Might already? Oh, interesting. Okay, so damage modifier. It looks like one of the damage rolls from the sword, just from the slashing damage, was re-rolled. So, I mean, that's good. I don't know how many. I wonder if it's just 1 or 2. One of the fire damages was re-rolled, and I hit 3d8. So it is 3. It is 2 plus 1 if it's a fiend or an undead. I hit a 15 without any re-rolls. So yeah, it does re-roll just straight damage, not even just weapon damage. So that's very good to know, and great weapon fighting is a really good pick. Because how much damage did I do? Do I 28? Yeah, that's nice. That's real good. This guy moves. Oh, Gale, if you would have hit him. He's got bludgeoning. That would have been very good. That's not good for Astarion because I was planning on shooting an arrow here, but luckily Gale can move at the same time. What do I want him to do? Topple can do 1d4 bludgeoning. He needs 3, and he makes him prone, probably breaking concentration. Let's do this.
With ease.
It does break concentration. He's still... Damn. 2 bludgeoning damage. Yep, and okay, wow. I rolled a 1, and I just doubled it. Okay, well, at least I'm right next to him, so he's still threatened. But that did break concentration for Astarion, and I guess it really doesn't matter which one of these guys I attack. I'll attack this one because possibly the other one could give Gale a free turn. And again, if I just do this is what Astarion's really nice to have in the party all the time. Just move him here. Bo is not on fire anymore. I don't know why, but he can hide now. And let's use sneak attack. I don't have enough movement, so I guess we'll do a sneak attack ranged. Well, I would hope he failed the saving throw because he's dead. That will free up Shadowheart with her blindness as well. So now that she can move and hit this guy with a regular old smack. Critical hit a 20 fucking 2. I've never seen her hit that high with a melee before. And that is all she can do. Astarion's good. We'll move him a little closer to that guy. Let's move her a little closer to this warrior, just in case he tries to run away. Gale can stay here to provoke. And this guy's gonna go. Did he throw something at me? He threw a stone. Why did he throw something at me? What a fucking moron. I don't even think I need to use Divine Smite. I really don't. So what I'm going to do is I'll use Divine Sense. Just to give me advantage on this attack roll. And he's dead. Like, straight up. Like, that was the easiest fucking thing I've ever done in my life. And yeah, that's Miss Turn. See if this guy tries to move. Yes, he does. Idiot. That was awesome. That was a great fight. This video is like 2 hours long recording, but I'm taking it slow and preparing, and it's making the game a lot easier. I like it. Awesome. Sweet. Let's group up everybody, and we don't even need to loot. We already looted, but we can talk to Withers. So I think all we need to do is press this button here, even though it gives us a perception check, but we don't even need to do it because the button's blatantly visible. See what's in the heavy chest. Amulet of Lost Voices. So it doesn't really matter who has this, but I'm probably going to put it on my character for the simple fact of I have the highest charisma and will be doing most of the talking out of the party. So that does give us another spell here. So speak with the dead. Basically, we can speak with dead people. It's apparently very useful. I always forget to use it, but enough yapping. Let's talk to Withers. Got a really small hand. You would think this guy is a boss fight, right? But no, he's actually very helpful. Very counterintuitive character here.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me. Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
Okay, these aren't even the real answers yet.
Curiosity. Nothing more. Wilt thou answer my question?
Yeah, I hate this. Yes, ask away. He just asked it. Come on. What is it? What is that? What is that option?
Is the worth of a single mortal.
Like, you can tell in his voice that he's getting pissed off that he has to repeat himself. Let's see. It doesn't matter. You be an asshole and say that. You be really, really even across the board and say that. It depends on the mortal. I think I usually say that.
Curious by what standards thou shalt judge. Very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face.
Yeah, I know your face too. It's pretty gross, not gonna lie.
Again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
That place happens to be camp, and the time happens to be a next episode. Oh, he's back. He said, shit, I forgot something.